Hi guys, good evening. So people are joining in. Normally we touch a head count of 100 plus. Let's check who all have joined to YouTube. The people will join as and when they come. We will start. Okay. So yesterday we were doing a program, and why it was struggling is because if you observe that we had to go reverse order in prefix, we come from right to left, right? So do I have the code with me for yesterday? I don't think so. I still have it. Maybe I've deleted it. Yeah, we have it. Showing to you. That was the concern. Yeah. So if you see, yesterday I showed you in postfix we come from right to left, left to right, and prefix we come from right to left. Okay, so we should have traversed the array from right to left. Now do traverse from right to left. We go to the length -1 greater than 0 -1. So each character will put it into the CH, and then things will be as it is. So if I evaluate this prefix expression also, the answer should come to 11. Answer is coming to 11. So this is what we know lagging. Okay. Today also I found out one very interesting question which was asked in an interview in a top-notch MNC company. So let me share the question, or let me explain the question rather. Okay. And then we'll try to figure out all the basic improvements or refactoring we can do to improve the performance. Okay. Is my paint skin visible to everybody? Yeah, please let me know if you are able to see my paint skin. Yes, Zoom guys. Can someone confirm? My paint screen is visible. Anyone who joined through Zoom can confirm me on the chat if you are able to see my paint screen. Yes, no, maybe. Yes, is the paint screen visible to everybody? Okay. So the question is, okay, it's a word problem which you have to understand. So in the real-time interview, they'll give you a word problem which we have to decode, and then we'll try to solve. So it says we need to accept the total number of currencies notes. Okay, we need to accept total number of currency denomination in a country. Okay, so if I say India, how many denomination do we have in India? So we have notes of 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 200 rupees, 500 rupees, right? So we have these denominations. Am I missing out anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So the user will enter 7. So first input user will enter 7. Okay, so I'll mark the inputs in red color. Then second, we will ask him enter the 7 denomination. Enter the 7 denomination. Okay, in any order. Okay, order he can enter any. So the user will enter the 7 denominations. Okay, I've taken it in ascending order. Not necessary, there will be an ascending order. He can enter the one starting with 5 first, then the one starting with 10, then starting with 2, then starting with 5. Okay, the 5, 10, 550, 10, 100, 2200, 5,000. Then third thing, he's come to a different country, a foreign country, so he has to get his money exchanged. How much exchange he needs? How much amount of money he needs to exchange? So if he says that he wants to exchange 5,655, let's say, random number I've entered. So our output should be the minimum number of notes to exchange. Okay, with number of nodes, we will return. Okay, so this is the output, the minimum number of nodes, and also the count of each denomination return. So if the customer comes with 5,655, I'll say I'll give him 11 notes of 500. Okay, this is the output I need to display. So I'll say I'll give 500 rupees. I'll give him 11 notes. So that will become 5,500. Okay. Then I'll try to go for a 200 if I can use a 200. So I can't use 200. Okay. So I'll try to arrange this into an ascending order, or rather descending order. Okay. So this is my algorithm. So I'll take it into a different color. So I'll arrange them in descending order. So I'll say 500, 200, 100, 50, 20, 10, and 5. So I'll try to arrange them in descending order. So first I'll fetch this node and see if I can give the customer this node. And how many can I give? So I can give 11 of 500. So now balance amount. Okay, so after everything, I'll have to also keep a track of the balance amount. Okay, the balance amount I need to keep a track. After giving 5500, I also need to give 155 rupees. Okay. I need to give more 155. So that means I cannot make use of 200. And can I make use of 100? Yes. So I will say I'll give him one note of 100. So after giving one note of 100, I have given him 5,600. Means the balance I need to give is 55 rupees I need to give. So can I give a 50 rupee note? Yes, I can give. So I'll give 150 rupee note. So I have given him 5650. And now I need to give him how much balance? 5. Can I give him 20, 10, nothing? So I'll say I can give him 1 5 rupee note. So I am totally giving him 5650. And now I'm balance is nil. So if he could display this also, like how we will watch notes you are giving, and also you also have to display how many notes minimum. So it's a minimum, I'll give him 14 notes. So that is the minimum count. Minimum 14 notes should be sufficient for us to reach this amount. Now this is the problem statement. So now we need to use all of whatever programming resources we have and try to sort this out. Okay. So let me start the basic development. Then as and when we will require any logic, I'll ask you. Okay. So I'll make a class currency exchange. Okay. So here what I'll do is I'll take, is my coding screen visible to you guys? Okay, I've switched to my coding screen now. Yes, no, maybe. Yes, Revan. Is the Eclipse screen visible? Now, what do I need to accept first thing from the user? Who will tell me? First thing first, what do I need to accept from the user? Yes, guys. I need to accept the, okay, I'll show you all. Need to accept the total number of currency denomination in the country. So let's try to add that. I'm back to my coding screen. Enter total number of currency denominations. So I'll call it as size and take it to next step. Then I'll make a array called currency. This new integer of the size. Okay. And then I will run a loop equals to 0, I less than size, I plus plus, and I'll ask the user enter the 7 currency I'll take each one of them and put it into the currency of I. Let's see dot next. So this also I've done. And then once I pop it into the currency array, I'll ask the user enter the exchange amount. Exchange amount, and that I'm let's say taking into an integer because not a double. So int exchange. Okay, so now I'll pass this to a function. So I'll pass it to the exchange. I'll pass the currency array as well as the exchange amount. So let's create this. So, okay. Well, I'll fetch the currency. I'll fetch the maximum currency first. So maybe we can sort this array. So we have learned the various sorting techniques in our previous. Okay. Whichever sort you all feel appropriate. So let's say if I go with insertion sort, what does it need? It only needs an array. Okay, so I'll just copy this code over there in my class. Yeah, I'll just copy this code over here. This is a insertion sort code. So before passing this array, I'll sort it. So what I'll do is I'll call the insertion sort function and pass my currency array to it. So it will sort. If you want to check, you can check the array. So you can display the array over here. This out. Sorting. Currency. And once I've sorted it, after sorting the currency. So let's see if this much works. I save it, right click, run as Java application. Okay. Now, how many assumptions do I have in my country? 7. So let me enter the 5s first. 5 and 50 and 500. The 10s next, 10 and 100 and 20 next. Okay, what happened? I should have done arrays.toString. I should have done what? Arrays. Sorry. 50, 500, 10, 100, 22. Okay, 550, 500, 10, 100, enter 5655. And see, after sorting, it's gone into, but this has gone into ascending order. I want it in descending order. So what do? I just reverse this. Yeah. Okay, so as of now, I don't want to ask for this. I can comment on this. I want to ask for the exchange amount. Let's check. It's working fine. And it's okay. I need to mark for it. Okay, no worries. And you have to stop the function also. And it's not bother that. 7, 550, 500, 10, 100, 20, 200. Yeah. 800 is our exchange. 100, 500, 200, 100. Yeah. I've got this sorted. Okay, all good. So now when the exchange method goes, here my array is sorted. So now what I'll do is to help you explain, to help you understand the concept better. Is my paint screen visible to you guys? I'm sharing my paint screen. Just let me know if it is visible. Yes, no, maybe. So if I have 7 as my denomination array, this is index 1, index 2, index 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These are the indexes. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so this array is called currency array, and it is now sorted in descending order. 500, 2, So I'll take a similar array for the number of nodes. Okay, similar array I'll take for the nodes. Same to same size, and it's initialized with zeros initially. So whenever you declare an array, by default it initializes all the values by the 0. So it has all zeros right. I'll call this as nodes. That is the currency. Of that currency, how many nodes I'll give. So now I need to make an array called nodes of the same size. So will I make that over here? So I'll make a like I had made over here. I'll make an array called nodes. The size will be same as the size of the currency. So it's a currency dot length. So now I have that nodes array. Okay. Now I'll again run a for loop from start till I'll iterate through all the currencies. Okay, so I'll iterate through all the currency. I less than currency dot length and I plus plus. So now my I index is pointing over here. This is my I index. Okay. And this is my amount. I'll just take this also over here. This is my balance amount, which is 56. Okay, 5655. Now what I'll do is we'll have to see the mod operator how it works. Okay. I know you're aware of the mod operator. I'll just reiterate it. So what I'll do is I'll take my exchange amount, that is 5655, and I'll mod it, or maybe I'll divide it. I'll divide it with the currency of I. I'll divide it with the currency of I. So what I'm doing is I'm doing this step. I'm doing balance amount and divide by currency of I. Balance amount is this, and denominator is currency of I. I is over here 500. So what will be the output? 11 is a 5500, and okay, the balance of 160, right? So this 11 which has come, I'll store it over here then at the ith index of my nodes array. Whatever 11 comes, I'll store that at the ith index of my nodes array. So whatever this returns, this will go at the ith index of my nodes array. My nodes array will have 11. Okay. And then what will be my balance amount? So now my balance amount has to revise. So my balance amount now will be my current balance amount, and I'll mod it now. Okay, now we are to mod it. So I hope you all know how mod works. Mod gives me the remainder. So balance amount mod with the currency of I. I hope this step has been understood. So mod gives you remainder. So whatever 165 is, that becomes my balance amount. Okay. So now balance amount is 165 and my I will now move ahead. Now my I will move ahead. One second, guys. Okay. So now my balance amount will become 165. Okay. This is what was it? 155. Sorry. 165, right? 555. So 550, 155. Balance amount becomes now 155. So 155. So that will go to my balance amount and my I will increment now. Now my I will increment. Okay. I will come over here. So again, I will do balance amount is what? Balance amount now is balance amount now is 155. So this goes up. And now I'm dividing by 200. What happens? Does it divide? No. So zeros are 155. Zeros are 0. So my balance still remains 155. Okay. So whatever I divide, I put it in the notes of I. So it is already 0. And my balance still remains the same 155. And my I increments. I goes to 200. Okay. Now I'll try with 100. So likewise, your loop will keep on going. It's 100. So 100 ones are 100. Okay. And whatever is the balance, 55, that is my new balance. So like this, my loop will iterate and I'll get the array populated. So 11 will be there. So now this divide will go where? At the nodes of I. Where is I? I is at 2. So nodes of I will become 1. Likewise, when I go to 50, that time also I'll have 1. Okay. Likewise, when I go to 20, I'll have still 0. Okay. 10 also will have 0 and 5 will have 1. So that is my array will be populated. And now to display this table, what will we do? We'll run a fresh for loop. Okay. So first we'll just have a happy scenario that we get the output and then we can always have room for optimizing the code. So once both these are populated, okay, let me check. So first, so now we'll have got right. So what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm writing nodes of I equals to balance amount, that is my exchange amount, whatever it is, divide by the currency of I. Okay. And once that is done, I'll revise the exchange amount. Okay. Exchange amount will be exchange amount mod with currency of I. Okay. Now, if you also want to keep a count of the number of nodes, integer node count initialized to 0. Whatever is in nodes of I will be added to the node count. Node count plus equal to nodes of I. Like this, this array will also be populated. After the loop, let me display this array. See if it displays. See if it displays. Which array I want to display? Nodes. So let's say at least this much part is working on it. Let's check. Okay, 7, 50, 5, 500, 10, 100, 20, 200. How much are to exchange? 5655. 5655. Okay, so 11011001. Okay, 11011001. Yeah, all good. It's working over here. I have to display it again. I'll run a for loop now. Okay, and I want it in the proper format. So I'll say sys out. Okay, 500 is in which currency of I? I'll concatenate the multiplication sign, then nodes of I. Then I'll also sys out total minimum, okay, total nodes, right? Total nodes plus this node count. So let's check. But now it will display with 200 into 0 and 50 into 0. So we can check over here if my nodes of I is not equal to 0, then only you display. Display 7, 100, 200, 500, 50, 10, 25. Okay. 5, 6, 5, 5. So see, 100 into 500 to 11, 51 total node count. Minimum I can give is 14 nodes. Okay. So this is one of the solutions. If you want to display it in a better way, then we have something called as string.format. I guess I shared that with you. String.format function. Here you can give the actual format in which you want to display. So if I want to display it in this format, okay, wherein 500 is an integer, so I'll say percentage %d, multiply with another integer, percentage %d. And now here I'll give the value. So first percentage is coming from nodes of I, and second percentage %d is coming from currency of I. So this would have been a better option. Okay, so you can here, instead of writing plus and concatenation, this will work better. Let's try to check. Okay, now let's give me 7, 500, 100, 200, 10, 5, 20, 50. Yeah, let's give me a random number, 4,690. I hit enter, so I'll give 5 nodes of 500, 9 nodes of 500, 1 nodes of 100, 1 node of 50, and 2 nodes of 20. So I will get that figure over here, 4690. Okay. So this was one solution. Now, if you all wish to, you all can try to add this logic inside over here also, so that we can do it in the same for loop. So let me see if we can do it. Okay, so let me see. I've just copied the same logic inside this for loop also. So we can comment out this for loop, it is not required. So let's try to do the versioning then, as we have been doing that. We get all the codes, so you can follow whichever code you wish to. This is working, right? So let's say copy this code and paste it and say currency exchange 2. So let's go and change the currency exchange 2. So now what we do is take the code of this for loop and paste it inside this for loop itself. So you can save on one entire for loop and go all this. And remove that also before sorting, after sorting. Directly we can now, we know that it is being sorted. Try to clean the code. Sorting technique I've done over here. And let's say if this works. Let's run it. What was the amount I entered last time? 4690. Let's type 4690. 7 500 100 20 50 10 5 200 4690. Yeah, I've got the output. So you all wish, you all can try to save on this one iteration of the formula. Okay. Now, if I want to further improve the code in Exchange 3, so here what we are doing is we are trying to sort this, right? That is consuming an extra iteration. If I do not sort this, okay, I do not call this insertion sort. I do not write this code. I can still improve my code now tremendously. Lots of iteration I am saving. So now when I call the currency, this currency comes over here. So what I do is I take a priority queue, because I know the priority queue will give me the data in reverse order if I set it into correction.reverse order. So I can say priority queue, I'll be having integers in it. I'll call it PQ is new priority queue, and we'll be sorting in the reverse order. So collections dot reverse order. Okay. So now what I can do is okay. So now whenever I would want any currency, I will directly just say that from PQ dot remove. So it will give me the highest denomination and remove that. So first iteration will remove 500, and then I'll get into nodes of I. Okay. Yeah, but now how will I display it over here? But I also want to display it in the below. So maybe I can take into a variable then. Maybe I can take this into a variable in currency equals to PQ dot remove. Okay, this already we have as a variable. Okay, so I'll take it as CUR, and I will say CUR, and then here we can pass the CUR. This would make sense. So CURR That is now 500 because we have to do the reverse order. 500 goes into nodes of I, and then currency of I. Where is currency of I? Currency of I we aren't using, right? So we are using CURR. The node counts goes over there, and then node counts of I not equal to 0. Node count common currency of I. Yeah, let me see if this works. Okay, if it works, well and good. If not, we'll try to see and refactor it. MS Java application, let's check. 7, so 5, 10, 500, 100, 20, 200. What is left over? 50. Okay. Exchange amount 4690. Okay, there's some problem over there. Line number 41 and 28. 28. The currency. Okay, and then number 41. 41. Something is happening over here. So now why do we need a for loop? As it is, I want to iterate to the maximum, right? So I guess we can remove the for loop also, looks like. So a lot of refactoring is being done now. And this nodes of I, we can take into a variable integer nodes. Okay. So no need to make this array also now, I guess. Okay. So no need to make this array also. So now let's check. So now we can put a loop. We'll have to put a loop because so I'll say while my exchange amount is greater than 0. Maybe now we can work on the while amount. Yeah, because we need some loop, right? Because we have to keep on iterating. This loop, this code will be displayed repeatedly, no? So exchange amount greater than 0. So let's try run this code now. Let's try run, be with me. Exchange amount, okay. So be with me, guys. We are refactoring this code tremendously to improve performance. So this is what we need to learn. The exchange amount is 4690. Okay. Is 4690 greater than 0? It's true. Come inside pq dot remove and goes into cur. So as you follow into the reverse order, what will be in cur? Cur will have 500. Cur will have 500, correct? Exchange amount divided by 500, that will give you how much? So 4690. Okay, let's take our amount which we have done in the drawing to make it easier. So 5655. 5655. Okay, so is 5655 greater than 0? True. Currency I'll get fetched is 500 because I'm doing a PQ in reverse order. Now, what are we doing? 5655 divide by 500. So we'll get what? 11. 11 will go in notes. So we'll have one more variable. notes, the note will have 11. Okay. And then exchange amount will be exchange amount mod curve. So exchange amount will be reduced to 155 and node count will be is 0. Okay, so we have a node count variable as well. Okay, so I'll try to add all the variables. We have a node count variable also. I'll call it over here node count. So then it slides to 0. So now what do I need to add into node count? Node count is node count plus nodes. Nodes is 11. So node becomes 11. Okay. Nodes not equal to 0. 11 is not equal to 0. Yes, come inside and display this into this means nodes into currency. That is 11 into 500. Yeah, makes sense. Now goes up. Exchange amount is 155. 155 greater than 0. Yeah, now remove the currency. Currency will be removed is 200. 200. Now 200 mod divided by will give me 0. So nodes will have now 0. Nodes will have 0. And mod with currency will again make it 155. Again make it 155. And node counts will be, node count is 11 plus node, that is 0. The nodes is not equal to 0. 0 is not equal to 0 is false. Will not be displayed. Yeah. I guess guys this should work. Okay. I've tried run it 2-3 iterations and it's making sense to me. Let's run and check if it works for everyone. So 7 and enter the 7 currency denominations. I have 50, 500, 10, 20, 5, 200 and 100. Exchange amount, what is the exchange amount? 5655, 5655. Oh no, there's some problem. Line number 41, again this is a problem. PQ dot remove is causing a problem. Don't know why. No such element. Why is this causing a problem? Let's see. Why is this causing a problem? Is it some inbuilt variable? Node count plus nodes, nodes not equal to 0. Yeah, it's working perfectly fine. What's the order? Anyone, can anyone spot anything? Can anyone on YouTube spot anything that we can try to implement? If we are lagging. Where do you think we are trying to falter? Exchange amount is greater than 0. Yes. Loop will run. And we are doing a PQ dot remove. This is what is causing the problem. Okay, we haven't added the elements to the priority queue. We haven't added the elements to the priority queue. There's nothing. That is what it is telling. No such element. Priority queue is empty. What do we do? Iterate through the currency array. And add all these into the PQ. Yes, that is what it was lagging. Okay. The curve was fine. There was not a problem with the curve. Or it might have some reserve-defined variable, predefined variable. So curve was fine. It's not an issue with the curve. Okay, do you want any elements in the priority queue? 7, 10, 20, 100, 200, 5, 50, 500, 5655. Yeah, beautiful. It's working fine. See, so after a lot of refactoring, we could still get hold of the answer. We didn't add anything into the priority queue. So it was saying that while fetching, I'm not getting any element. Okay. All good, guys. Are you all getting now where we can use data structures in our real-time problem solving? So if you need something that wherein you want the highest element to be retrieved first, so the ideal scenario in such cases would be priority queue. Resort to priority queue in such cases. Okay. See, I've refactored the code. Now I've reduced my loops considerably. See, initially when we had, now see, this looks so convoluted, so confusing. So many for loop within while loop within for loop, another for loop, follow outside for loop. This will take a lot of time to execute. Now this is comparatively faster. Okay. So this is fitting into one single frame. What I took is I just took the elements and I didn't even sort them. I directly passed it. And so this is what we need to understand while solving our problems. This dry run is very important. Okay, let me switch to, yes, guys, I am getting it. Now, did you all understand? See, initially, when I was telling them, those who joined from the start might have known what the question is. What the question actually was some people asking on the YouTube, what is this question? We need to accept the number of denominations in a country of currency. And then if he enters 7, then we'll have to ask those 7 denominations. And then a stranger comes to the country, a tourist comes to the country, and he wants exchange of some amount. So we need to give him the exchange, but we need to give him in the minimum number of note count. So 5655, I need to exchange in the minimum number of note count. So I'll try to give the maximum note, biggest note, maximum quantity of the biggest denomination. So I'll try to give 500 if I can. So 5655, I can give him 11,500s. Still a balance is there to 155. So I cannot give him 200 any note. So that will be skipped. I can give him 100 note. So balance will be 55. I can't give him 20. I can't give him 10. I'll give him 1 5. Okay. And then the balance becomes nil. So I'll give him 11 notes of 500 and 111 each of 100, 50 and 5. And my minimum note count will be 11, 14. That's what I have displayed over here. That problem statement after the solution will look something like this. Does anyone else have anything else? We can refactor this and improve the performance. I don't think so. I guess we've saturated over here that if anything else can be used to improve the performance. This is looking much more good in shape. Yes, guys. Now have I understood the question and the solution? Yes, those who wanted. Ramya, you still have doubt? You can discuss and ask on the chat. Anyone from Zoom? Yes, Junaid. Yeah. So you did reverse engineering. You got a solution first, and then you understood the question. Yeah, makes sense. But as long as you understand, it's perfect. Let me go and push this code to the GitHub. Okay. Data structure, I cannot rush, guys. Data structure is a subject which we have to go very slow and steady and very cautiously. So the code. See if you all can. Okay, I'll share the link also to your repository link. right? So you guys can practice these level of programs. Share the link over the chat on YouTube, and also share the link over the chat. Sir has shared the attendance, guys. Those who have not marked the attendance can please take time and mark your attendance. Okay, I'll just freeze the code over here. So those who are doing pair programming with me can do so. So here we are using so many arrays. I've eliminated all of them and directly started using variables. So time complexity also has reduced, and space complexity also has been reduced considerably. Please mark your attendance, guys. Those who haven't marked their attendance yet. Tomorrow will be off. Yes, Amar sir?
Yes, sir, right. So next session will be on Monday.
Request no, that they'll be off on Friday.
Yes, sir. So Friday session will be not there. Next session will be on Monday.
Yeah.
Same time.
Monday to Thursday we'll have session. Yeah, maybe on Monday we'll start with linked list. Yes, Vinay. So Monday we should be able to start with the linked lists. So we'll try to cover up linear, doubly, okay, circular, doubly circular. We'll try to explore all those linked lists. I pushed the code. Did you all check the code? And are you all also practicing questions from your own? Guys, practice these questions thoroughly. Very good, Yash. Try to solve them after the lecture. Okay, Amar sir, then we are good to go.
Oh, yeah, sure, sir. Thank you. Okay, so dear students, we'll be not having session on tomorrow. So our next session will be there on Monday. Okay, thank you. I'm sharing the attendance link once again. I hope everybody mark. If not, I'm sharing the link. So please mark your attendance and share your feedback.